Hello and welcome to the Nexus for issue 14 of our Tumbler build. If you're a subscriber, you've probably already got this. If you haven't, then you're collecting newsagents. Welcome. If you have, then thank you for joining me, because I know you probably have already built this issue already. So we're doing the cockpit floor, so let's get going. So we are in a big box. I really appreciate everyone watching this video, because I know that most people have probably already done this already. But we have the cockpit floor, and we'll go through a little bit of this because this issue is very quick. So we'll go through a few things, why we've got the cockpit floor here and everything else. So yeah, they're getting rid of all the plastic now, and we've got this is their start of reducing the plastic content that they do. So they're putting the screws in here. I haven't seen any worry about these yet, but you never know. Anyway, so this is the top of the cockpit floor here. This is the front, this is the back. We need to spin it round. We need to grab our dashboard here, and our dashboard is going to sit just here, and we're going to flip it round, and we are going to stick CP screw in there, in that little hole there, and that little hole there to secure it in place. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And there we have it. It's all in place, just like that. So you can see where we've screwed it in, just along the back here, and that is it. So yeah, there's a few things with this, obviously. Hang on a second. Where do pit bits go? So you can see these here. This is where our seats will go. Central column just in the middle here. This is where the heads-up display or steering wheel, because it doesn't have a sort of a traditional steering wheel. It's also got this runner here, so effectively this should be where there should be a hole here. This is where the chair goes down and along, doesn't it, for him to go into the missile firing position, which we won't have on this. Also as well, it doesn't have what I can see as anywhere for a steering rod or anything like that to come out. These little holes here will be when we're screwing stuff in. I've got a sneaky suspicion this is where the speaker is going to go. And then this will go into the chassis floor, just like it would normally on other vehicles as well. We've got some cutouts here for this, so there'll be wires coming in and out of there as well. I would imagine something might light up on the centre column. I don't know yet. We just don't know. We haven't got there yet. But I suspect this is where the speaker will sit. But there's no place for a it's sort of the traditional steering wheel, because it doesn't have a traditional steering wheel. It has a sort of a column that comes up that moves backwards and forwards, which I would imagine sits here, because it's sort of on a runner that it runs backwards and forwards. This is how he's able to get in and out. But it's sort of like sort of joysticks on either side. That's how he drives it. But yeah, but there's no rod area, so I reckon the front section of our car is just going to have a rod going through, and we will manually move the steering with our hands. I can't see it being any other way, unless it's sort of with a servo or something like that. I can't really see anything else on how that would work in sort of steering it. I don't really know how it would work. I can't really say that anymore. We will have panels to either side. They will have this sort of grey section here. So as you can see, we'll have the central column, the two chairs, the heads-up display or steering wheel. It will sit here, and that's it. I mean, it's not too bad. I think it just has a standard bulkhead grey wall at the back here. and it has sort of bulkhead walls. You've got to think as well, this sinks into the car, so it doesn't have doors on it like you would normally. In actual fact, in the in-universe car, this whole section goes up, so it's on the sort of hydraulics that moves up and down. I don't think we're going to get that, but yeah, as you've seen, if you've seen the film, as the cockpit sort of folds away, this area lifts up, or the chair at least lifts up. I don't think we're going to get that, but that's what happens in it. Anyway, coming up in issue 15, we're starting the heads-up display, so part of the steering wheel. Obviously, that is where we are at this stage. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I love responding back to them. And let me know how you think the steering might work. But before anybody goes a little bit overboard, I'm not too bothered about the steering. I've never used the steering wheel in any of the builds that I've built before. And also as well, I find that they're a very heavy duty sort of thing. So you have the sort of the steering wheel, the steering rod and all of that. It's all very flimsy, and then when you're trying to turn it, it's quite a bit of a hefty thing. Yeah, it's just also, you know, I'm not going to jump in this and go down to Tesco's and do my local shop. It's going to look amazing when it's done. But anyway, that's me done for this week. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you as always at the next video. Take it easy.